buddy.
Hey, Kelly.
Good morning.
We're doing a new pod setup. I'm looking at these lines on the screen go up and down. I'm waiting for you to talk to see if they're as big.
Yeah, I don't talk very big, so mine are kind of smaller.
Yeah, okay.
That's just how they always are.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right.
we're on location today.
Yeah, we're podding from my place in the living room of all places. Well, we got this Vikings at Cleveland in London game going.
Yes, it is early, but football's happening and I'm enjoying it. Well, kind of. I don't like seeing the Browns do well and they look like they're about to score. So
These Brownies, led by Dylan Gabriel on his first game outside of the United States, his first trip outside of the United States, sorry. And they were talking about his parents are in Hawaii. Didn't know they would need a passport. Didn't know their son was going to be starting.
wow,
So they're watching this game at 3:30 a.m. Hawaii time.
Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah. A lot of people want to go to Hawaii. I was talking about you.
Hot take.
I was talking about you at breakfast the other day. And beaches, mountain,
Yeah.
St. Lucia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Going there in like 6 months. 5 months. Less than 6 months.
It's been a heck of a week for me, Kelly.
I believe it. It's pretty eventful. Pretty milestone-esque.
Yeah, I'm out here turning 40 and stuff.
Yeah. Can't believe you did it. What a sheep.
Had to be done.
Just doing it because everyone else is doing it. But yeah.
Boom.
Gross.
Touchdown Browns for that tight end that I dropped a couple weeks ago. Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, so you had a lot more eventful week than me.
Nothing going on with you?
Just getting burnt out by work.
Yeah.
Normal adult stuff.
Alright. Well, last time we podded, it was Saturday. And then the following Sunday was the first NFL game in Ireland. You came over.
That was just last week. Wow.
Yeah. You came over.
I did.
Before that, I went to the supermercado and got some pastries.
You did. I saw it. I saw the pastries. I mean, I can't confirm they came from the supermercado, but you had pastries.
Trying to go to the supermercado more and more. But that was nice. And the rest of the day was like football and chill. But then Monday, all the birthday festivities kicked off with a birthday lunch that was sparsely attended, but attended by my two bosses, so like my last boss and my new boss. And then one of my contractors who lives in Dallas but came down because there was another event happening the following day that I'll talk about. But then also one of my good buddies, Soraya, and got some gifts, had a bite to eat at a place that's near and dear to my heart called Arpeggios, which is like the first place I had lunch when I started this job.
Mm-hmm.
So I like going back there. And fun little detail about that place is this is the third time I've been there since I started this job in May of 2024. And the first time, I think we were literally the only people in the place.
Wow.
The second time was a little bit better, but not by much.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we went, and the place was bustling. And I'm very, very happy for the owner dude that greets you when you come in and is always there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was nice. So that was wholesome. Thought I might have to go into the office. I wonder how. If the AC is going to be picked up on the recording.
Meh. Could be worse. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh yeah, it's definitely being picked up. Thought I might have to go into the office for the rest of that day because I did have a bunch of other meetings, but finished lunch in time not to have to go to the office, which was kind of a win.
That's always a win.
Monday night doubleheader, stayed up late for that. And then Tuesday was a day that I had been Yeah. So Tuesday was a coworker's baby shower, and I don't know. I like babies. I think babies are cute. I like this person, and when she broke the news to us that she was pregnant, it was after we had done like a team building event
Yeah.
where people had suspicions but nobody was saying anything. And then when she did break it to the group and we all did the math, like, you were pregnant at this meeting and you didn't tell us. And that was fun. But yeah, Monday night. So I volunteered to make a cake to do the sweet potato casserole that I do for all the family events.
Yeah.
And then deviled eggs, whatever. So Monday night, we're staying up watching these games, and I'm not going to wake up early and do all this stuff. I'm going to stay up late and like prep this stuff. Like the sweet potatoes sit in the crock pot for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So just press go on that and go to bed. But like I did a test cake Sunday, and then Monday night like actually built the cake. And then I didn't really have a good transportation mechanism, so I used 2 brisket trays
Yeah.
and just put it in a brisket tray and put a brisket tray on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, this is how Nathan moves the cake around. But then the actual baby shower was so wholesome. A lot of people brought a lot of food. I brought a good amount of that food home. Got some more gifts. Like I got a bottle of champagne. And some other stuff. And that was cool. But really, like, Tuesday was for this coworker. I got a lot of great photos out of it that I got to share with everybody. But then Wednesday, my actual birthday,
Mm-hmm.
I celebrated by going to a work conference
Bit.
that had a lot of data and data governance focus, which was good for me. But then also, previous job brought people down there for, to man a booth.
Yeah.
And one of the people that came down was one of my mentors for like the whole time I was doing the federal and defense sales.
Yeah.
It's an Army dude, and I guess like 22-ish years my senior.
Wow.
And just really great seeing him. He was good to me, good mentor the whole time I was there. And for the conference part itself, it was specifically interesting to me. But then it was also good to hang out with our work team has grown a lot since I came on board.
Right.
But the group that went to the conference was like the OGs.
Oops. Sorry.
Was like the people who originally started working there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice to just like cut up, just be silly with them. At one point, one of the speakers had like real podcast voice. Like one of the sessions was like getting stakeholder buy-in through storytelling, and she was telling the story of Maya, a data analyst trying to get her data governance program off the ground, and me and a coworker next to me were just like trolling. Like, I'm pretty sure this girl's gonna kill Maya in the story. Because it sounded like one of those podcasts, true crime podcast. And I don't know, that was fun. And then I went and got a beer with the mentor after that, and he gave me some sage advice, like you get about 5 more years before it's more maintenance than it is fun, that kind of thing. So that was fun. And then came home and got like my Ashley gifts, which some of them are here displayed before us.
Yep. Shrine.
Yeah.
Shrine to Nathan.
She does this where she'll put the gifts out, and I know if I did this to her, she would just open everything immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a confusing anthropological mystery to her how like the gifts can be out there, and I can be like, hey, gifts for me later, and not just like tearing into them now. But got that stuff, Got some cool new hats. Got expensive meat thermometer. Go Justin Jefferson. Got Kaprow for dinner. And then Thursday was just a regular... Thursday and Friday were pretty much just regular work days. But I did get to play pickleball at Chair, which I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And started watching the show Wednesday. At some point in the week. We watched a bunch of that Friday night. And then Saturday was yesterday. Saw the parents. Went to Kirby Lane. Parents came here afterwards. Which was nice because they hardly ever come here. You got to see the new furniture. Got to show them the plants. They read us in on some of their travel plans for the following years. And then after that, hung out with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we do? I got a little distracted because I remembered that I did something last week that I was going to talk about, but I forgot. But we can go back to that later.
We watched a silly movie.
That's right. Y'all came over and we watched Top Secret!
Mm-hmm.
Exclamation point. That was a very silly movie.
And it's very clear that Val Kilmer is going to be a big deal for years to come.
Yeah. He was pretty good in it. I was trying to figure out how old he was. I finally looked it up and he was like 25 in that movie.
Can't believe it. What was he doing for the 7 years before that? He didn't do any movies before that?
Mm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't read that too deep into his wiki yet.
It had probably my favorite, I don't know what category of acting or thing this is in film, but where an animal that doesn't know it's acting is acting.
I mean, do any animals know they're acting? When they're acting?
I think what the cow was doing was different than, like, performing a trick. Like when the Malinois jumps up the wall and grabs the thing, I think it knows it's doing a thing.
Yeah.
But they just, like, put boots. I love that they, like, put spots on it. I like the way that they identified this as, like, this is how you know this is, like, the disguised cow or whatever. I thought it was genius.
It was a very fun time, very fun movie. It was a very Nathan movie. Oh,
Viking stud.
Vikings touchdown in London town. Very cool.
Yeah, very Nathan movie. Got Via 313, and then started getting gifts, and you gave me, I think, what might be one of the coolest things that's in the house right now.
Yeah, I definitely was hoping that you'd like that. I thought of getting it for you, like, literally right after your last birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd been thinking about it for, like, the whole year. And then looking for the whole year for the right thing and trying to find...
It's just three.
Okay, I was gonna go to 9. But yeah, spent a lot of time looking at that, and I remember one time you told me it was I think it was on a podcast where you're like you really pride yourself of like catching something that someone would like or want at some point for a gift, and then you either remember it or you get it, and you're proud of yourself of how thoughtful you can be with your gift giving.
Oh yeah, it's a recent innovation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is my Nathan moment in that moment. At least that's what I was hoping. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Ash told me you had some difficulty and that you had to show some perseverance to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to even tell you about it because it's neither here nor there, and I don't want to take away from the thing, but...
Well, to me it makes it sound like you tried hard.
It was a fucking bitch to get. Like, probably would have been easier to go to Rome and just dig around and find an ancient coin versus sourcing one. But we got there, and it's like something like over 1,900 years old, like really old,
Mm-hmm.
made of silver.
We'll either get a 3D printed thing for it, but it's going to be on the mantle with all the prized possessions.
Yeah. Have you taken it out of its little sleeve and
No.
held it yet?
No.
I'm gonna be pretty upset if you don't. Like, I really wanted to, but I was like, I can't be the first one to do that. I got to look at it before you got to see it, so I already felt like I was cheating a little bit.
When I take it out, do you want to see it too?
I mean, I'm not gonna push you to do anything, but if the opportunity arises,
We're going to do it right here, right now.
I wouldn't mind touching a 2,000-year-old coin from ancient Rome. I'm pretty surprised I mean, they had all different, like, in looking through coins and stuff, like, there's all kinds of ancient coins you can get out there. And some of them, like, the definition is, like, barely there. I was pretty happy with the definition that I found on this specific coin.
Man.
Like, you can really kind of see it.
I almost want to take it out. All right.
I mean, that's also legit. Like, you don't have to.
Just,
But,
you
I mean,
don't
if
wanna
it's made it this long, I don't think you touching it a little bit is going to do anything to it.
get my oils on it. All right, I'm opening this thing up.
Do it.
I did it.
Oh, it's in his hand. Yeah, so listener, I got him a coin from Rome during the reign of Emperor
Trajan.
Trajan. Seems like a pretty cool emperor from everything I read about. And, I don't know. It's just kind of... Whenever I found it and I read a little bit about him, it was pretty sweet. And then, like, even the thing on the back, I don't know if you've looked into that at all any bit yet. I should have had notes for this because I did, but it's like... some, like... Is it on there? I don't know if it talks about it on this. Oh, yeah, on the back it's... Felicitas. I guess she was the goddess or personification of happiness, good fortune, and success.
Love that, bro.
She played an important role in Rome's state religion during the empire and was frequently portrayed on coins. She became a prominent symbol of the wealth and prosperity of the Roman Empire. But I think there was, like, allegedly, like, some other statue of some goddess was like famous. I don't even remember which one, but like it has something to do with this Felicitas too. Like, I don't know, pretty cool shit. Just the fact that like 1900 years ago, like a soldier might have been given that as their daily work or their daily fee, or a labor. I mean, that feels heavier than it feels like you'd think it might, just from the size of it, because it's not huge, but you could have bought 36 liters of wine with this coin. Wow.
It's got the SPQR on it.
Yeah. I also read, just when looking up coins and stuff, that I guess back in the day, coins were like kind of like propaganda, or it's just like there wasn't a way to get like information around, but like currency went around everywhere. So different emperors would make different coins throughout their time to like symbolize the things they'd done and like show the world, hey, I'm a badass, I'm on a coin and I did this or that. And yeah, this coin's supposed to be from like pretty much the peak of the Roman Empire when it was real good, real big. I even read that the metal, like that is silver. The silver that was used to cast that could have been part of the spoils of the conquering of like the German area that Trajan did. So, really, I don't know. I think shit from the past is really cool. and I don't know. I know you like history stuff.
Yeah.
And like ancient Rome.
Tangible history is pretty cool.
And I felt like for your 40th birthday, having something like eternal, like that coin's been around for a millennia now, and just kind of something to have and to hold on to forever. Just knowing you have a part of history, and that you, to me, are very similar to Emperor Trajan.
Oh, thanks,
In
bud.
a lot of ways. You're not a bad emperor. I'd be okay if you were the ruler. For the most part.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. So that was fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad I was able to get it to you. Just with all the issues I had, but doesn't matter. It all worked out in the end.
And like I said, definitely immediately one of the coolest things under this roof. So that'll be in this house for a long time.
I'm glad you enjoy it. Like pass it down to a niece or nephew or something. It's a family treasure.
It's been a hell of a week, dude.
Yeah, I mean that'll happen. Hopefully it was good for the most part.
All good.
Hopefully
Yeah.
you're not too bummed out about being 40 now.
I don't think so. I think it's height of our powers and all that. Like, it's never been better for me personally.
Yeah.
Definitely times I could jump higher. But I don't think I'd rather be doing anything else. It was a good time.
Very cool. Now we got. I guess I'm up next. My time is coming.
You said you had something?
Oh,
Oh, you mean turning 40?
well, yeah, that's what I was saying right there. The thing I was talking about earlier that I was going to bring up is, and I guess it goes hand in hand with talking about turning 40 and just getting a little older. I went to a actual golf driving range last weekend.
Nice.
It ended up being a lot hotter than I thought it was going to be. Because I was like standing out on the back patio of my house and I was like, it doesn't feel too bad out here. Let's go do something kind of active-y. And I went, because Jared was still out of town and you and Ash were doing your Sunday stuff. So I went out there and it was actually like, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. There was no shade, so it got real hot. But it was a lot of fun. I suck really bad at golf, but figure about to turn 40, it's probably about time to get into golf.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just what you do when you get older. So, looking into that, but definitely looking at like getting a set of clubs. They're so expensive. I don't know if I'm ready for that just yet. But what?
They do have clubs at Costco.
They're still expensive.
Okay.
Like they're like still like $300 or something.
You can buy them individually. You don't have to buy all of them.
Yeah, but like, I really need to start with just one club because I need to just figure out how to like hit a ball off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's real hard.
Oh, and apparently Marketplace is what you're supposed to do.
I looked at Facebook Marketplace,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I saw like one or two things that looked like they might have been real good deals, like $100 or less for like a set of golf clubs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really ready to pull the trigger. I'm trying to get my finances in order right now to just do more traveling because I got a couple more trips this year. Possibly, I mean, I won't rule out a third one popping up here.
I know you got a Vegas one. What are the other ones?
Or the only other one besides the Vegas one is I'm going on another Disney cruise.
That's in this year?
Yeah, it's early December. First week. Like 2 months from right now, I will be in the Bahamas.
The Vegas trip is a December one too, though, right?
Yeah, it's like later December.
Mm-hmm.
December is going to be a light month for me in terms of working.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm actually taking like for the cruise, I'm taking off Thursday, Friday, Monday, And I haven't requested it off yet, but I might even just see about taking that Tuesday off just because I think I've learned my lesson and I need to have another day off after I get back from a trip.
Yeah.
So probably that. And then the one to Vegas, I'm taking like the Friday before Christmas week off, and then the entire week of Christmas I'm off. So, actually, I figured it out. The week of November 17th is, I think it's November, yeah, is my last full work week of the year.
Nice.
I didn't have a full work week in September. This last week was the first full week I've had since August.
I came pretty close to that.
And it sucked. Working 5 days a week sucks. Only having 2 days off sucks. Like, I was thinking about this morning, because I woke up just kind of sad, because it's like, I woke up real early yesterday and today. I'm like, never a time to, like, sleep in. There's just not enough hours in the day to cram in as much, like, non-work stuff, just chilling, doing what I want to do stuff. And then, like, tomorrow, I have basically back-to-back meetings all day. So I'm already just, like, thinking about that. And I really try not to stack my Mondays up like that, because I have a lot of control of when I set up meetings, but it's just, like, they have to happen. Like,
sometimes it can't be helped.
Yeah, so basically from, like, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., I'm just going to basically be jumping from call to call, talking to clients, talking to bosses. It just, I don't know, I'm just...
Two days off for every 5 days worked is kind of an insult.
It's bullshit. Like, I hate it so much. And, like, my job isn't horrible. Like, it's probably the least, or the job I hate the least that I've ever had.
I think any job that also has Europeans is good, because then the Europeans are always like, take 6 weeks off, bye. So, like, if we take a week off, it's like, no big deal.
Yeah. And, I mean, luckily, like, my bosses are, like very, like, on top of us, like, making sure we take time off and try to keep the balance and whatnot. But it's still, like, so much of life is just working just to survive.
And this is, like, the easy mode. This is, like, it's not subsistence farming and we might starve in the winter.
I mean, I have it easier than most. Like, I have a remote job. I work in a nice climate-controlled room and comfortable desk and my own house, and can kind of come and go as I please as long as, like, stuff's happening. And so I have nothing to complain about in terms of actual, like, what I have for work, but just the fact that you do have to spend so much of your week just working. Like, I wish I was just more, like, just didn't like stuff. Like, I wish I didn't have other things I wanted to do so bad. Like, I have so many, like, little hobbies that I want to do and places I want to go. And, like, yesterday, we didn't even talk about it, but we went out disc golfing.
Shit, yeah.
For the first time.
I've had a blast.
In a year, probably, at least. And we got out there a little later than we would have liked, but played 7 holes. And I was just, like, just going around that park. It was, like, still kind of early morning. And I was like, it would be nice, like, now that the weather's starting to get a little cooler, especially primarily in the mornings, like, go drive to a nice park like that or something and just go walk around for, like, an hour or a little more, just get some exercise and just be out in nature. I'm just thinking, like, I want to be able to do that every day, but I can't do that every day because I got to start work at 7 a.m.
My dad, the time that he wakes up to fit in his hour-long walk has gotten more and more ridiculous. I almost don't believe it saying it. He is getting up now because of he's doing 10-hour days. So I think his day starts at 6. To fit in the outside time that he wants is waking up at 2:30.
I mean, I believe it.
For me, it's like you're basically that's like late night. That's not early morning. I think 4 is where, like, the cutoff
4 is like 3:59 is late night. 4 a.m. is morning.
I even think like 3 to 4 is like a no man's land.
A real witching hour.
Yes. We're like 3 is really like as late night goes.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. What time does he go to bed?
It's like before 9.
Well, even if it's like...
I know.
Even if he goes to bed at 8, that's like 6.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's something too. Like, I'm discovering this over the last probably 6 months. I've been working on this, like, just for my quality of life, and I'm just trying to balance my work sanity. Like, I need time before work in the mornings to like just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So I've been like slowly like conditioning myself to wake up earlier and earlier, and it's still hit or miss some days. Like, really, the latest I'll get out of bed these days is like 6:15, which that's still only 45 minutes until work starts. That's really not enough for anything.
You're starting at 7?
Yeah. I mean, I roll into the day at 7. Like, I open up my computer and I check my emails and make sure nothing's on fire. Poke around and look at other things and just kind of start thinking about the day. But I'll never have a call. Well, I have had calls at 7 a.m., but that was only when I had to work with my guy in Sweden. So I had to work on his schedule. So I had to get up real early for that. But, like, I was just, like, thinking the other day, like, I wish I could get up at, like, 4:30. So I could have a full, like, 2.5 hours before work starts to do some stuff. But that's just so hard because, like, I'm just... Hopefully it gets better as I get in, like, better shape or whatever. I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just the person I am, but, like, if I get less than 9 hours of sleep, like, I just am kind of dragging the whole day. And it might just be the quality of sleep I'm getting. Like, maybe I just, like, I know I need a new mattress, like this or that. I need to figure it out because I need to be able to function on less sleep because there's not enough time in the day for me to be sleeping 9 hours all the time.
That was my big complaint about you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep. I'm like, it's 33%. That's you're not allowed. That's ridiculous. That's an offense. You cannot have a third of my life to sleep. So I'm at, like, it used to be 6 and now it's like 7.5.
I mean, and that's the whole BS part too, because, like, your body needs it. Like, you can't just not have it. And I love sleep too. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm on both sides of, like, that argument that you're having is, like, it's bullshit that, like, we have to spend so much of our lives sleeping, but I love sleeping and I love sleeping in and getting up whenever.
I think the cheat code is you're supposed to figure out how to do lucid dreaming so you're, like, awake in your sleep but you're still recovering.
So I don't know anything about any of that.
That's, like, next level stuff. But yeah, it is. I treat sleeping like cooking, where it's like, if this is something I'm gonna do literally every goddamn day, I'm gonna get real good at it. But we're not trying to spend any percent extra time doing something that I have to do over and over again.
Yeah.
So when I could do 6 hours, it was 6 hours. But figured out, like, naturally the amount of sleep I need. It was 7 hours, now it's 7.5. And I'm sure it'll just keep getting longer. Fucking rude.
And well, I think there'll get a point where it reverses and starts going the other direction, because that's something my dad has said is, like, the older he gets, the less sleep he needs.
That must be what's going on with my dad.
But yeah, man, I don't know. And what's really funny is I have so much more motivation to get up early on days I don't work. Like, on the weekends, like, I'm happily, like, awake at 5:15 and just, like, out, like, I'll go out and sit on the porch and it's still, like, pitch black, like, not even a hint of the sun yet. And I'm like, yeah. And I really just enjoy, like, watching it turn into daytime. Like, I don't actually see the sunrise, but just seeing the world come awake. really come to enjoy that. But then like on work days, like my first alarm will go off, and then I could fight it for 45 minutes to an hour and just like still be in bed, and like I know like I'm basically awake, just get up and start doing stuff, but like I don't know. So that's a whole thing. I'm trying to figure it out. I was thinking back to like my, even just like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, whenever we moved to Austin, like there would be multiple days a week where I was getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep. A lot of that had to do with just like the job I had and the hours that I had to work. But I could do it, and like even if I got home from work and like I had to be back at work at like in 6 hours, I refused to let that take away my free time.
Yeah.
So like I'd still party or do whatever I wanted for as long as I wanted, and then just deal with it later. But I just can't do that anymore. Like I have to think about future me more than I ever had to in the past.
Ash has said similar to that, where I'm just doing the math of hours and all that. And like, could you go to bed before midnight? She's like, no, then I lose.
I mean, that's a real thing.
I was like, I don't lose what? Lose to who? It's your sleep.
Lose to the system. Lose to life.
Yeah, I try to have it both ways, where like during the work week, I start at 8, but nobody bugs me between like 8 and 9. So like 8 and 9 for me is like ramp up of what's on the schedule for the day. Okay. And then just like make coffee and do all that stuff. So usually I'm awake at 6. And if I'm good and well behaved, I just walk out the door. And then if I'm good and well behaved, a walk will turn into a jog, will turn into a run. And I get back here at like 7 or 7:15 and shower and ready at 8. But then on the like Friday and Saturday, Ash stays up late and I try to hang. And if I drink, then I don't expect to have regular sleep. I'm like, I should give myself extra time for more sleep.
Right.
But the having it both ways is that, well, then I pod at 9:30, or now I'm going to start like disc golfing at 8. And at least the pod at 9:30, if I wake up at like 9 or 8:45, I'm probably still getting 8 hours, because like hanging with Ash for me is like, I made it to 12. I made it to midnight. But probably waking up at 8, or waking up at 7:37 for an 8 o'clock, probably pushing it, especially if drinking, which normally.
Right.
Yeah. Sleep is so dumb.
It is, and it's funny too, because I haven't drank in over 7 months now, and I honestly thought my sleeping would be a lot better, like not drinking. It's not. I mean, the mornings are better.
That's the thing, is like, I've heard this about drinking, that when you drink, you fall asleep easier.
Oh yeah.
But then your body doesn't like the sleep that it gets. And so then it's like flipped, of like harder to go to sleep maybe, but your body appreciates that sleep more. Not drinking.
I mean, I'm like, I'll admit I'm a very lucky person. I rarely have issues falling asleep. Even not drinking, totally sober. Like,
yeah.
Usually once I get myself in like in bed and in the position and everything's set up right, like normally 5 minutes max before I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes less. I mean, rarely a little bit longer. And then every once in a while it'll be like an hour or two. I just can't go to sleep, but that's very rare.
It's gotten harder for me, actually. Ash used to clown all the time that like I'll just get in bed and put my hands on my chest and go to sleep. But now I do need a little bit of time to wind down. At least I think I do, because oftentimes I probably should just put the phone down to go right to sleep.
That's not, well, I'm also very good with that. Like, I don't really do much on my phone once I get into bed, unless like it's a weekend and I'm like treating myself, and I'll dick around on the phone for like 15, 20 minutes before I put it on the charger.
Do you channel surf or anything, or you just have like silence and nothing?
No, I don't. I haven't turned a TV on in my room in Well, probably close to a year.
Mm-hmm.
I just go in. I mean, I have like a fan on, so there's like white noise, but just lay in bed. Usually, like just set my alarm on my phone, say my goodnights to anybody who I need to, and I don't know, really just make sure I'm not missing anything, and then I just put the phone down.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I have gone just straight to sleep. I don't need to listen to anything. I'm sleepy enough. I'll be asleep in seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And just say goodnight to Ash, roll over, and fall asleep. But more often than not, sleep mask, I've got a podcast or some kind of something playing in my ears before I fall asleep.
Yeah, I don't do that at all anymore. I used to like not be able to go to sleep unless I had something on the TV.
Same.
And like I'd set like a TV, not alarm, but sleep mode.
Yeah.
Like tell it to turn off after a certain time. But like I would have to have something on. But now like I prefer not. Like I like just my room being pitch black, and I swaddle myself in my blankets. I wrap myself up like a burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm being held, being hugged. And then I just start kind of thinking about silly stuff. Like trying to like conjure a dream.
Nice.
Which never works. Like if I just vaguely think about wanting to dream about something, I'll never dream about that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll always be.
But you might fall asleep in the act or the practice of trying to think of something.
Mm-hmm.
It's legit.
Because it's funny like how it works in my brain. Like I'll start thinking of something or like trying to like create a scenario, and like I'll be like acting it out in my head, but then there will be a point where I'll realize that like it's kind of taken over and I'm not actively like thinking about this, so it's like turning into a dream kind of, and then like I know like I'm about to fall asleep, and I know if like I have to like scratch something or cough or readjust at that point, it's gonna screw me up a bit and I'll have to like kind of start over. But I don't know, man. I'm tired today. It was real hard getting up this morning.
Oh yeah?
It was definitely a morning. Like my alarm went off at 5:15. Because again, knowing I was gonna be over here so early, I wanted to like my time to like do my stuff, and it went off, and like as soon as my alarm goes off now, I turn on my wax warmer in my room because it's also a light, like a colored light that changes colors. So it's like the first light in my room. It's not like overwhelming like an actual overhead light or anything, but like it's not pitch black anymore. Turn that on. Depending on how I'm feeling, I might pop a Zen and then just kind of start working towards getting out of bed. And like I did that stuff, and then I was just laying in bed, and I was like, I don't want to move. I didn't end up getting out of bed until like 6:20.
Mm-hmm.
So like over an hour, I was just laying there being bummed that I was awake. So I don't know. I'm working on it, but it is what it is. I don't even remember what got us on the whole sleep talk.
I got up close to like 7:20 when I had alarms set for 8.
Mm-hmm.
And normal practice, whenever I'm awake and I want to snooze or get more sleep, is to leave the bed and then come out here. And I was sleeping right where my head was, right where your butt is.
Yeah, I can feel it.
And I had a timer on, because I'll switch from most of my alarms vibrate, and then the alarm that actually wakes me up is the one that's on my wrist, which also vibrates, my Whoop. But I'll turn all those off, and then on my phone set just a timer of like 30 or 40 minutes, however long I'm going to snooze.
Mm-hmm.
Because when that goes off, it's nice and loud. And put that here and use that blanket and just turn it back off.
Mm-hmm.
And then in no time, the timer went off, and I was like, had 1 minute. And then, like, before that minute was up, the bird clock was like, wah! And I was like, all right, I'm up, goddamn.
I tell you what, though, just talking about sleep, we've probably talked about this before, but I love so much when like I wake up in the middle of the night, like maybe I have to use the restroom or something, and I'll be like, sometimes my mind will be like, is like, how much time do I have left? Is it like 4:30 or something? Then I'll look at the clock and it's like 12:30, and I'm like, oh crap, I get so much more time. But then there's also a lot of the times I know like my time awareness in bed is usually like kind of scarily spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Like this morning at some point, like my alarms rarely wake me up because I'll wake up right before the alarms. Like today I opened my eyes a little bit, or like I became aware. I don't know if my eyes were open or not, but I was thinking, like, what time is it? And I was like, it feels like it's 5:14, and I look at my phone and it's 5:14, and I'm like, that's cool, but also like, how does that even work? Like how does my body know what time it is? Like exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but it's funny because like I remember back when I was a kid, like my dad could kind of do the same thing. Like he would never have to set an alarm. Like if he had to wake up at a certain time, he just knew he had to wake up and he would. And it's kind of gotten to that point too. But also going back to the waking up in the middle of the night thing, like I remember like I was 5 years old, maybe 6, when I remember my dad telling me about this. But he said that like one of his brothers who had already passed away, would like used to set an alarm for like 3 in the morning or something, so it would go off and he'd wake up and then still have a whole bunch of time to sleep. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually done that before. Like I don't do it all the time because now I do it naturally, but that whole like waking up in the middle of the night and knowing you have a lot more time to sleep, it's just there's that feeling is just one of the best feelings in the world.
Well, you know, waivers process at 2:30 a.m. Wednesday mornings. So if you wanted to like build that into your schedule, you could like wake up every 2:30 and do a bunch of transactions that you had planned the day before, and then get another 3 hours.
No, I'll never do that because I don't want to activate my mind. Like I don't want to like really like have to think about stuff and then go back to sleep.
That's why you gotta have like your list of things you already know you're gonna do. You're just in there like robotically like yep.
No, I wouldn't trust myself to do that. I try not to make major decisions while in bed.
You're not making the decision. You made the decision before. You're just executing.
The decision to like move my finger to here and press here, like I don't know. I normally don't need waivers that much. But then I also haven't won in a long time, so maybe I do.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to call us?
Yeah, sure. I don't even know how long we've been going.
48 minutes.
Well, let me see if there's anything else I had. Oh, I had one funny pod note I wrote down, but it has nothing to do with anything, and it'll take all about 10 seconds to talk about.
Let's do it.
This came up, something happened recently, and I just was going to share it with you. It was like, in life, like, I know I work with or I meet or I'm around like veterans or people who were in the military of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But 9 times out of 10, if I'm able to clock that someone was in the military before I find out for real, they're always Marines.
Okay.
Like I've never met a guy, maybe once, like there was a guy I was like, I bet that guy was in the Army. And then I found out he was in the Army. But 9 times out of 10, if I ever like clock someone as being a military person, they are a Marine, and then they'll let you know very quickly after that. Like if I can get to that before they tell me, then it's like I think it's really funny. But they're also one of those that'll definitely tell you they were a Marine pretty quick in meeting them. But I just think it's funny, like how a lot of people that get out of the military that were in the Navy or Air Force or even a lot of Army guys, like they're just still regular dudes, but a Marine, they're always a Marine, and they'll
Yeah, I think they say that
by
too. That they're always a Marine.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, we have this new guy at work. He's like a higher up that just got hired.
Mm.
And I met him in Chicago. And I was like, as soon as I met him, I was like, this guy's a Marine. He was a Marine. And honestly, it took longer than I thought for him to bring it up. It took maybe like 35 minutes. But, yeah. I was like, it's gotta be tiring to just always be a Marine. Like, you did your service, guy. Like, chill.
I think that has to do with, especially in the Army, and then the Navy, and the Air Force gets a little weird about it, but like the Army and Navy especially, there's so many different jobs. They're like little nation states onto themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I guess especially the Navy, where it's like our ship is like our city state.
Right.
But in the Army, there's like 42 different jobs that you can have, and like only a slice of them are like combat arms.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Marines, it's like technically there's a lot of jobs, but they're all like they're not there to do engineering. They're not there to do network stuff. It's like, we're here to blow things up. We're here to kill. Stabby, stabby.
Yeah.
And similarly in the Army, like, you've got the Cav, you've got infantry. Like, each of them, if you ran into them, you'd be like, oh, you gotta stick up your ass. You're probably a Aggie Army officer. An Army officer from the Corps.
I will say, when I brought up the whole, like, sometimes I can tell if it's an Army guy.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, that guy was or says he was a Ranger.
Yeah.
Like, that's like kind of like those guys.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've met too many Rangers just out in the wild. Like, are there that many Rangers, or are these guys just lying to me?
You can be any branch and get Ranger certified, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about Rangers, like, I know there's
Rangers.
actual like badasses in there.
It's a school you go to, so like I could have gone to Ranger school.
Yeah.
It would be an annoying, like, well, I'm a Ranger.
Yeah. I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. I thought about that the other day, and I was like, I want to talk to Nate about it, because Marines always let you know. There's definitely a few different like jobs, professions, or like military people. Like, doesn't even have to be military. They'll let you know. Like, pilots. Like, a pilot will always let you know that they're a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, usually pretty fast. Like, very similar to a Marine. Like, you're gonna find out they're a pilot real quick. I'm trying to think what other jobs are like that. Maybe cops.
I think cops would want to like, keep a low profile.
Depends on what kind of cop.
I think surgeons are presumably like that.
I could see that. I don't know. It's just funny. But yeah. Support our troops.
Support them. All right, we're out of here.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, everybody.
We'll catch you next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, and if you haven't already, tell Nathan happy birthday.
Love you, Mom. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.